Hello YouTube, today I have here a very exciting bass. Now this is a series of two. I have this 10-inch subwoofer here and 12-inch subwoofer from DLE Full Force Digital Efficiency. This is a I think this is a MDS built model of DLE and a Full Force many stuff. Actually on back here it says MDS and Autovihde where this has been bought, and also DLE. So this is probably, if you want to search it online, it is DLE Full Force 10D2. It is a dual 2-ohm voice coil. 2.5-inch one. On this video we'll be checking out the first impressions of the subwoofer. Now this is missing the beauty rings, rubber rings. They are actually in here. I've taken those off so I can check out the glues and everything inside the subwoofer. I have a flex video about this. Actually I need to search it in on this video, but anyhow, we will be checking the Excursion and the parameters at the end of this video. Now first of all, I will be just checking now fast the one video here I need to show you. On the top of here we have a nice normal surround, not a wide, big, fat, wide surround, just a normal surround. But actually this surround does not torque or go anything, it does not deform when I push it to the limits. Now I mean really limits. Actually this cone here almost touches the spider ring down here. So this has a very big excursion, a possibility of excursion. And actually on the excursion video that I will be showing in this video, it does a really nice big throw. Now we have a top surround here, size of around 25 millimeters in width, and in height we go around 15 millimeters. It is a normal, a little bit rubberized foam. It has a paper cone, double stitching all the way through with glue, and a paper cone with a DLE Full Force logo here. I'm not actually know what this digital efficiency means, but hey, it sounds good. The logo is nice. It is a painted logo, and one thing to notice here, hold on, wait a second. One thing to notice here, this has on the edge of here, it has a small marking, so the dust cap is aligned with the terminals here, so that when you install these, all the subwoofers will go in straight, not a crooked way. Some of the brands has the dust cap in any position possible, so they will be installed like this. One like this, one like this, one like this, and all the terminals in the back are on the same way. So not with this subwoofer. A nice little small touch tells me that somebody has been thinking about this subwoofer a lot. Now, let me just take the video ready here for you, and then let's continue downwards here. We have a cast aluminium frame here. Oh, I forgot one thing to check out. There's the Excursion video. Let's pause it. I'm not showing it to you now. The upper glue here that the surround has been glued in is transparent and has a little bit of flex in it. So it is a quite good glue. And actually with testing if the glue holds, I can probably, well, this is so heavy, like 10 kilogram subwoofer. And if I try to raise it from the glue joint here, it does not break, so it's holding really nicely. It has a really small surround here, so probably a bit wider surround up in here with the landing could be a better, but with this excess glue going all around, it's okay. It has enough glue to hold it in its place. Now when we go downwards, I can just check that out, and let's take the 10-inch one model here. Show you some parameters of those Full Force 10D2. We can check it in here. So it is a price range of 119 euros now in Autovihde. It has a 700, I think it was, yes, 700 watts, a 2.5-inch voice coil. Now down here, when we are looking at this, we have these nice terminals connected straight into the frame. Now this is a really good thing, because normally when you are making the manufacturer make these subwoofers, they use this kind of plastic, this kind of platform that's connected with one screw in here. Now what that does, when you are using this terminal, it times to bend a little bit, and when it's plastic it will break sometime. Here in Finland there's like minus 30 degrees Celsius, and when you are changing your subwoofer setups or building your car, actually the ABS plastic might break really easily, but not with this, because this is a cast aluminium frame and these are held here really good. One thing, when I got this from the box, these down leads here were kind of upward position like this. But that's not good. I actually needed to change it, because with this kind of setup you can see that the terminals are quite in height, and when you are making a big excursion, when I drove this in, let me just turn this a little bit around so you can see what I'm doing. Thank you for following in Twitch. If I push this down, hold on, let me just get it done like so. If I push this down, you can see that it touches the tinsel leads. Now this is not a good thing. When it touches the tinsel leads, it tends to maybe break them. Now this is not any, it's not metal down here, so it does not short circuit, but it makes some noises. But when I push these on the sides like so they are not on the way, I can actually quite easily to push this all the way down, almost to the leads, almost to the spider landing here. So this has a really big excursion, and the top surround here does not deform. It is really nice and quite easy to move. Now let's check that excursion video. I have it in here. So it's at our Team Peränurkka Facebook page. If you want to check it out, go facebook.peränurkka.net, and let's just check this video out. I was testing with around 150 watts. I calculated it with a oscilloscope and a amp meter, 35 volts and 5 amps, or around 5 amps, and the excursion was really huge. Now I did not manage to get this excursion without adjusting these tinsel leads to the sides. One thing to note, if they are upward position, you lose like well, almost like a half of the excursion this subwoofer can make. So make sure when you install these, push them aside and then screw this nut here a bit tighter so they don't pop out there. But let's see rest of the video. The excursion there is played with 31 hertz, and as you can see, the signal to the subwoofer was clean, so it is clean power that is going into subwoofer and is making a quite nice excursion. Well, a really good excursion for a 10-inch subwoofer. That's about it of this video. You can check it out later on in our Facebook and Instagram pages. Let's just once see the excursion race now and then pause. Look at that excursion. It is like it was around maybe this size, so it's around like 55 to 60 millimeters perhaps. That kind of excursion in a 10-inch subwoofer is really amazing, and it just looks just a normal subwoofer. It looks quite plain. It does not have any ribbons here or anything wider, anything. It just looks a normal subwoofer, and it can do amazing excursion. Why? Because it has only 2.5-inch voice coil. Now the voice coil in here is a round copper voice coil. And it is said to be that it can hold up to like 700 watts somewhere. Yes, in here you can see that it says here 700 watt Aero and 2,500 watt peak. Now I'm not really sure that this subwoofer can handle a 2,500 watts. Like it is a peak watts, so maybe 5 seconds up to like 10 seconds, but not in all day long. It can handle probably 600 to 700 watts with easily, and a bit more if the efficiency and the cooling of the subwoofer enclosure is okay. Now, it has a backplate here with a nice big hole, and it has a nice flange here, and actually it has roundings in the inner side also, so it helps with the cooling, that it does not create any turbulence in the near here. And also it has a nice a bit of bump at the back of the subwoofer that allows a bit longer throw for the voice coil. Now the top plate in here is around 10 millimeters. I think it was 9 or 10 millimeters. Yes, it's about 10 millimeters, or perhaps 9 or 10, so they are quite thick. The magnet here is 140 ounces. Let's check from here. 140 ounces. It is a 40 millimeters thick to 20 millimeters thick, and the terminals are around 5 millimeters. No, they are around 6 millimeters, so quite big terminal for a 10-inch subwoofer. Yes, around 6 millimeter terminals. So everything here is okay. There's like nothing wrong with this kind of pricing of around 119 euros. I really do not see. Oh, sorry, I did not show you. 119 euros, and down here 140 ounce magnet there. So let's go back in here. So I don't really see any anything wrong with this subwoofer. Just two things that comes in my mind. First of all, these leads need to be bent down, hands down. If you're buying the subwoofer and even thinking about using 700 watts or even the 2500 watts, they can easily break through or cut down these tinsel leads. But if you just push them on the side here, this is actually plastic, this spider landing is plastic, so it does not create any short circuit risk or anything. Just easy to bend them down, and kaboom, you have like 6 centimeters, 60 millimeters Excursion in a 10-inch frame. Really nice. Actually, the subwoofer is so cheap and has so good quality, so I'm actually kind of thinking of making a demo car or something like this with a lot of these. Like these, you can have like 20 of these up to right 2,000 euros, so they are like really cheap. With nice big Excursion and everything. Now, last but not least, we're checking out those parameters. It said that it has a dual 2-ohm voice coil. We'll be checking that out. I will be probably sending on the Facebook page these parameters when they are done, because I cannot calculate both at the moment, both coils at the moment. So let's just switch here and measure. That was with the closed hole here. It actually says our this voice coil to be at around 2.8 ohms, but let's just take it another shot. Like so, we have 2.3 ohms, 39 hertz, FS, QTS 0.88, QES 0.99, QMS 5.26. Now this probably is a subwoofer that needs around 40 to 50 liter enclosure if you're just using one with these parameters. On the other side we have a 2.35, so there's a little fluctuation on the voice coil resistance, but it's okay. So, should you buy this subwoofer? Definitely. It is so cheap for the results it outputs in a free air and results that it has on the on cast frame and big motor and soft suspension and really nice Excursion without deforming anything. And actually, if I just take this cone here and try to wiggle it around, I sense that we have around like 4 to 5 millimeter tolerance here, so it does not, if the Excursion goes into the limits, it does not wiggle, the voice coil does not wiggle so easily. So with all of these keeping in mind, and this is probably the cheapest 10-inch subwoofer. If you are buying a 10-inch subwoofer, you cannot get like really down to 100 euros. This is 100 and 19 euros, 120 euros. So this is probably one of the best 10-inch subwoofers for the price range, definitely. Not the best 10-inch subwoofer. There are a lot of very, very good subwoofers, but this is more like for a daily driving and bumping bass head who want to make a big build with cheap subwoofers. The only thing that I have little concerns about is the voice coil. If you are using like the 2,500 watt amplifier, it will not take it. I'm almost certain of it that it will not take the full day of 2,500 watts. But if you are keeping it the range about 500 watts for the per subwoofer, it will be just okay. Cooling is okay, the frame is okay, enough glue to hold everything in place, nice big throw, nothing really wrong about here, everything looks okay. So I'm giving this subwoofer a really thumbs up. Now let's just check out these, if they have any questions. I want that subwoofer, amazing subwoofer. Okay, so if you want anything, if you want to see our streams online, go check our YouTube page. We also stream in Twitch, so let's see you in there. Thanks for watching this video. Like if you like, dislike if you dislike, and leave a comment. What do you think about this DLE Full Force 10D2? Is this a good one? It is a good one. Now I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.